love, it's Angelica. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Angelica and I post videos twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. But today you get this extra video this Friday and it is kind of highly requested. It is how to cornrow your own hair while doing less breakage, lower manipulation, and just the best version. Now, little disclaimer, I am not the best braider. I just know how to get it done. So if you're trying to learn how to get it done, this is the video for you, okay? We're just getting it done. We're not doing a masterful job. So here we are starting with wet hair. I had just washed and deep conditioned my hair, and I will be moisturizing with the Cornrow drip and the Mega Growth Dew Grow oil. And I always dry my hair in a t-shirt instead of a towel. And as you can see, as I was deep conditioning my hair, I still had those twists in the back. So I'm just untwisting those. And we are going to start working with the hair. Now, you guys can see that the shrinkage is real. My hair shrinks like crazy. And you might be wondering, isn't it just way easier to just work with blow-dried hair? Yes, but I don't want to use the heat on my hair, so I just do it on damp hair. So here I'm using a rat tail comb, and if you're not sure how to make straight lines when you're parting, first of all, who needs perfectly straight lines? Just do what you can do. But the best tip I would say is start from the center of your nose and make the first part in the middle so that you separate your hair in half, and it will be easier to make your lines like that. So you go straight and then you take the comb straight down the back, and I was trying to show you here, but you know the pressure when someone is watching you do something. I knew that you guys are all watching me and knowing that, okay, she needs to make the most perfect line. And it just never comes out as good. It's like someone standing over your shoulder when you're drawing something. Like you're just going to kind of mess up a little bit. But that aside, I start by tying one section of my hair. This is to keep it away, but it's also to make sure that the hair stays nice and damp so that it's not getting any damage or breakage as I'm combing it through, because combing dry hair, especially hair that shrinks like mine, is a bad idea because you will have a lot of breakage. So this keeps it nice and damp as well. And as you can see, I'm using a satin scrunchie to tie that down. And so we're going to start working with this section. So here, usually I like to do 4 braids. So when I'm making this part, I'm keeping in mind that, okay, I'm going to have 3 more braids to do. And think of it like this. This first braid should always have slightly more hair than the other braids, because the hair that's closer to your ear is actually kind of less and a little bit thinner than the rest of your hair. So you can get away with doing like a slightly bigger braid compared to the other 3 that I'll be doing. So the line process is the same. You make a straight line and then you go like a sharp turn all the way straight down. And the best way to know if you've made the line perfectly is that there should only be a small amount of hair at the bottom part of your neck, or else that's going to mean that the rest of your braids are all going to be messed up because they won't have enough hair. And then by the time you're finishing the braids, you have braids that are only like halfway and then there's no hair left. And so here I'm just putting up the hair. I'm not using another satin scrunchie. You can also use hair clips. And now I'm moisturizing the hair. So this is what I do. I do not add any moisturizer or anything to the hair at any point. I only do it during this time, and this is also the time I take to detangle my hair. So during the whole deep conditioning, everything, maybe I would use like a wide tooth comb just to kind of loosen the hair up a bit, but no Denman brush or any kind of detangling brush until this stage, because either way, I'm still going to have to do it when we get to the stage. So this is when I do it. I'm using my easy detangling brush, or I think this is the best tool. It's the same thing. So I'm starting from the ends and then working my way up to my roots. You want to make sure that there is no tangles. This is 1, because it will make it easier to braid, and 2, when you are unbraiding your hair is going to be less tangled. It'll be easier to detangle, so you want to do this. And if you've never braided your hair before and you happen to do heat styles all the time, or like no heat blowouts, you might want to do that before this. But if you want to do it like me, this is exactly what I do. So after I put the moisturizer, now I'm sealing it in with the Dew Grow Mega Growth oil the same way, except this one I'm focusing in more on the ends, then taking it to the roots. And just note that you can use a lot of product, not excessive where your hair is like dripping of product, but you can use way more product than you would normally use when you're about to braid your hair, because you don't have to worry about your hair being heavy, about anything like that, because no matter what happens, your hair is going to be in the braids. There's not going to be any like product dripping off your hair, and your hair is going to be super moisturized, so you can just take advantage of that. So I went ahead and took my little toothbrush, and I just use that to brush my edges. And now for the braids I always make a part in the middle of my braids. Now, if you don't want to use a comb like this, you can use another rat tail comb that has like a thicker kind of tail, because I think it's a little bit easier to make the parts. But anyway, you just want to evenly, it doesn't have to be perfectly even, as long as you have like semi-even hair on both sides of the part that you have. And then now in the front, we are going to get a tiny piece, which is what we're going to start the braid with. And this braid, you just divide it into three, the same way you would do like a regular braid. Like if you wanted to do a box braid, you're just going to divide this hair into two. And even when you start it, you will braid it like a box braid. So you separate it into three. And this is what I always do to make sure that the front of my braid is nice and neat-ish and tighter. I will braid it twice. Like I will do the twisting over thing, braiding over 2 times instead of just crossing the hairs over once. So I do it one time here. I'm taking the two pieces of hair on the sides and crossing them over the piece of hair in the middle. And I do this twice before I start getting hair from the rest of my hair. So now this is where you start the cornrow. Now I don't usually cornrow my hair like this, but I felt like it's the easiest way to demonstrate exactly how I do it. So you take your little finger and get out a clean piece of hair like you want to do a braid and add it to the middle part of the hair. So every time you just braid the left side of hair over the right side of the hair, or the right side over the left side. But every time you pick hair from the side, you are adding it to the little piece of hair that's in the middle. And I'm hoping that is making some sense. But like I said, this is so much easier to follow if you're actually watching what I'm doing. So every time I move, you can see if you struggle with like losing your part, or the hair just keeps getting lost in itself and you feel like you start the braid and once you get halfway you get confused, making these individual pieces like this will make it so much easier for you to braid your hair. So every single time, as you see, you want to get more hair, you just get one little piece separated from the rest of the hair, add it to the middle, add it to the middle, and then continue to braid over. And now I'm going to fast forward so you can see. So this is actually the first way you can braid your hair. And usually this is how I braid the hair, that's the one braid that's next to my ear. And then halfway on the next braid up, I braid like this. But in the second braid, I'm going to show you how most people braid hair and how I braid my hair once I reach the middle. Because if you braid your hair like this, when you reach the middle of your braid or the middle of your head, you're going to be extremely tired and it'll be very hard for you to braid. So there is a second way. We'll be doing the exact same thing. It's just that the position of our arms will be slightly different. You'll kind of be holding them above your head instead of on the side. And again, you'll see. So as I'm braiding this, you can see there's no need for me to blow dry my hair. Of course, if it was blow dried and I used some kind of like hair gel or edge control or something like that, the braids would be so much neater and super sleek. But most of the time when I braid my hair, I don't do it for the purpose of styling. I do it for the purpose of being a protective style. So when I want it to be a protective style, I really don't care if the lines are perfectly straight. I don't care if there's a little bit of frizz. I don't care if it's not as perfectly neat as it's supposed to be, because I'm wearing it as a protective style. Most of the time, I only get about a week's wear out of the braids in terms of being able to go outside, like to the mall, wearing my braids. And usually, if I want to wear my braids out, maybe just on my hairline occasionally, which honestly, at this point, I go out like once a week, especially because I'm working for myself now. Usually, it's even once every 2 weeks, but like if I did my hair in the braids, I probably only wear them out like for one day in the week that I'm just wearing the braids out. And so I would do my edges with some hair gel and it looks super neat and it looks perfect. As you saw in the beginning, it's not the neatest thing, but it looks fine. But when I'm at home, I literally will not do anything else. I will just leave the braids like this. And for some reason, if I want to look fancy, if I want to go out or I want to do anything, I will go ahead and put on a head wrap, or I would wear a wig. And that way I'm getting the best out of my protective style. I'm not clogging it with hair gels. I'm not clogging it with edge control. I'm not drying it. It is just super moisturized. And I also always moisturize my hair when it is in braids. I will link a video on cornrows at the end of this video so you can see how I moisturize moisturize and all that. But if you want me to do an actual video demonstrating how I wash my braids, please comment the shower head emoji and I'll definitely do that for you. So now that we've reached the end, you can see that my braid is perfectly secure right at the bottom, but it's not super tight. It's not like stuck to the bottom of my head, because when braids are like that, usually like if you just tilt your neck down, you start to feel like, a little pinch. And that's not what you want, especially if it's as a protective style. So there I just kind of fixed my light a little bit. And now I'm finishing off the end of my braid. And you see exactly the way I braid any other kind of braid in my head. It's the same way I do with these little braids, with these cornrows, sorry. I never braided till the tiny, tiny piece at the end. I just braided up to a point where I think it's not going to unravel, quite low to the bottom, but I leave at least an inch or almost an inch of hair. And then I just wrap that hair, I coil it around my finger, and that is perfectly good enough. My hair stays and it leads to less damage. So I went ahead and did another braid off camera because I did it exactly how I did the first one. And for this one, this is how we're going to do the exact technique I showed you. So as you can see, making the line again here is easier. And here is a tip that I feel like not enough people share. Not to mention, I haven't watched a lot of tutorials on how to braid your own hair, especially not recently. So I might be wrong. Maybe a lot of people say this, but from my experience, even when I asked people to teach me, they didn't really say this. You'll learn to braid your hair so much easier if you are not looking in the mirror when you're doing it. Look in the mirror when you're making your parting, but like when you're making a parting at the back of your head, if you feel the part more than you're looking at it, there's a bigger chance that you're going to get a straighter line. So here I was even showing you what I like to do. Once I get to the back of my head, instead of using a comb to divide this little piece of hair into two, I just use my fingers to part it because I can feel how even the hair is on both sides. You're not going to be able to see this part because this is just going to be the middle of the braid. This is for one braid. So as you see here, there's actually no product on this toothbrush. I'm just using it to brush away any hairs that might be flying away. And so here, starting the braid, I'm doing the exact thing I did before. As you can see, the hair is in three little parts, just like a normal regular loose braid. And so I braid that the two pieces go over the one in the middle. I know it looks a little confusing here, but I went ahead and put it down. I think you can see that. So I'm going the right and the left go over, the middle one goes under, and you keep crossing them over each other. So when starting, you cross them over each other twice, and then you start getting hair from both sides. So if you can see, I kind of split my hair in half so you guys can easily see the hair that's divided. And every time you want to braid, you just get a little piece of hair from each side. So you want to cross over from the right side, you get a little piece of hair from the right side, cross it over. You want to do from the left side, you cross it over, and so on and so forth. So hopefully you can kind of see. I tried to lean into the camera so you could see what I was doing, but it's the exact same thing. I take a little piece of hair from one side, and then I go ahead and cross it over. I add it to the piece in the middle. Remember, that is the key. Any hair that you're adding, you are pulling the little piece of the hair from the middle of your braid and adding to that. So you're not adding any hair to the hair that's on the sides. I'm hoping I'm making sense, and hopefully you can see what I'm saying. But as you keep crossing the hair over, there's always going to be one leftover piece in the middle. That's where you're adding the hair to. You're not adding it to the sides, and that's going to make it so much easier for you. And yes, I was actually leaning on the table here because I was starting to get tired, and I usually braid way faster than this, but if you've ever tried to show someone anything, you know how it is. I'm braiding super slow because I'm trying to show you exactly what I'm doing. So there we go. We get one piece, cross it over. Then when I move that piece to the side, as you can see, I'm pulling the piece from the middle. Then I pick a piece from the side and go over to the other side. It's the same thing over and over and over. So if you do this method where you literally take your finger and separate between the piece of hair that you're going to get, it is so much easier than just kind of like imagining just getting random pieces of hair and braiding. If you actually separate a piece of hair with your finger, it'll be way easier for you to continue the braid all the way down. And most people, including me, have much thicker hair here, and this is where you can start to get confused and tired and feel like you want to give up. But first of all, take breaks, especially if you're just starting. If you have really fine hair or not as much hair, then this will be not so bad for you. But if you have thick hair like me, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a trip. It will take you on a trip. But just there, you can see I was like, oh my God, I kept taking little breaks, but I had to finish it while I still had light, or else I would have been stuck. Sometimes what I do is I will braid half of my head. I will take a break. I will have a drink, non-alcoholic. I do not drink alcohol. But non-alcoholic, side note, all non-alcoholic drinks are the worst thing ever and the worst invention. If you don't drink, just find a drink you like. I know this is off topic, but please never gift a non-drinker um non-alcoholic champagne, non-alcoholic wine. It tastes disgusting, and it's like, why am I trying to fit in and drink? It's even worse that I'm trying to drink something that looks like alcohol but it's not alcohol. Just get me a nice little sparkling apple juice and like I'm good. Okay, let's get back to the braid. Let's get back to the braiding. So now the ending, even though I start with my hands on top, when I reach the end, I still bring my hands down because I would just be extremely tired and my arms are kind of short. There's no way I would be able to braid this all the way down with the way I was holding my arms. And here, by the way, I don't know how I was braiding this hair. Obviously, everybody has thin edges by their baby hair, but it looks like I have a gap here for some reason, but there is no gap. I guess I just kind of braided it weird. But anyway, the same thing I did to this end, just went ahead and coiled it around my finger. And now it is the middle part. And hopefully you can also see a little bit better here. Almost at this point, you see me rest now. I'm literally contemplating, like, why did God give me small hands and thick hair? Because really, like the amount of hair I have, I can barely tie it with a hair tie. It is ridiculous. But anyway, I get by. The good thing is I keep my braids in for at least 5 weeks. So this tiredness is really worth it because I only braid my hair one time. It is just one day. My arms will be tired for a day. I'll get a little extra muscle. And then for 5 weeks, I will not have to comb my hair. I will not have to rebraid it. I will not have to do anything. All I'll have to do is keep up with my moisturizing and all that, which is what I said. I can actually link it in the eye now, at least one video on how I moisturize my hair while it is in braids. And then I'll link the playlist at the end. So you can see with every braid, I'm doing the exact same thing I said. I pick one little piece from one side, cross it over with the middle piece, get another little piece from the other side, cross it over by adding it to the middle piece, and then we go all the way down. And once we get to the bottom, I bring the braid to the side so that I can braid it down just the way the rest of them are. And I think I didn't explain this, but sometimes your hair gets a little bit like thick when you reach the middle. So if it feels like it's thick or stuck, just get whatever detangling brush or comb you're using and just like comb the hair out as you're braiding it, and then without letting the parts go, by the way. Don't like mix all the hair together. Keep the hair separated, brush it out, and then start to go down. And I'm hoping that this was a sensible enough demonstration. I tried my best, and there's a reason I haven't posted a tutorial on how to cornrow your hair in a while, because I don't think I'm the best at it. So here I did one side, and you notice that the other side came up so much better because nobody was looking over my shoulder while I was doing it, okay? I felt more safe, but it actually looks way neater on this side. But usually my hair always looks better on one side anyway. It's just whatever. If I'm going out with it or anything like that, I go ahead and tie it with a satin scrunchie or just any hair tie I find at the time. And I always fold my braids up, just because even if my hair is in braids, I still want my ends to be off my clothes so that they are nice and protected and not getting damaged. And as you saw, that is exactly how I cornrow my hair. Not the best, but we get the job done. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you want more videos about growing long, healthy hair and protective styles and all that kind of stuff, let me know in the comment sections below. Hit my face right there if you did it in the beginning. Hit my face here to subscribe to any of my other channels. Watch the 2 videos on the side of the screen right here. If you'd like to see any of my older videos, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!